I'm Ryan Wuerch. I'm the founder and CEO of Solavei. Just real quickly on my background, I spent almost 20 years now in the telecommunications and the technology industry. I've had 3 successful exits. My last company I took from an idea, founding that company in early 2001, a global mobile data services company for the largest mobile operators in the world. Grew that from an idea to December of 2010 in the public market, had a value of over $1.2 billion. But it was the summer of 2011 that I stepped away from that company, knowing that the very best, the biggest part of my career, the most impactful part of my career was in front of me, not behind me. And I made a decision in the fall of 2011 to do something that I had not done before purposefully. I made a decision. I said, whatever I do next, I said this to my wife, Chantel, I said, whatever I do next, I want it to be based on core values. I'm going to give you 2 of the key values of 5, because it's really the underpinning and the foundation of Solavei, and one of the reasons why I believe we're having such tremendous growth across the United States today. Number 1, I said, whatever I do next, I want to do it with people I like, love, and trust. And I got to tell you, when you walk into a room like this and you're met with such incredible people, and when you see literally the tens of thousands of members across the country, I have gotten to check that box day in and day out. I have the opportunity, and I'm doing every day that very thing, doing business with people I like, love, and trust. Number 2, I said, whatever I do next, I want to positively impact millions of people's lives for good. When we look at us as a company that just in the last few months, we paid over $7 million to our members across the United States in forms of $20 and $40 and $60, $100, $1,000 a month, to where our members are being positively impacted by doing what they already do naturally every day, and that's just using their mobile phone. But where I was in the fall of 2011, those of you who are seeing this for the very first time, is I was at a place of really analyzing a lot of the key trends that were taking place on a global macro standpoint. Some of the trends that I saw were, number 1, I saw the economy. And I think all of us would agree that you can't pick up a paper, you can't turn on the television today without reading something about the economy and what's happening with it. 50% of the United States making less than $45,000 household income in this country. 30% of the United States making less than $30,000 a year. The second trend that I saw was that of social media. And I don't think there's a greater example of social media and what it's done to our life than when you look tonight across the country, thousands upon thousands of people, from homes to Starbucks to restaurants to community centers to event centers like this to churches to restaurants across the country, and I connected socially together to share. But also when you look at how much we're connected today and how much we share today and how much we open our lives up today through the very social networks of Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and Pinterest and the myriad of other social networks are out there. The third trend that I saw is really around an industry that I spent a lot of time in, and that is mobile. These mobile phones today have literally become a DNA imprint of who we are. 300 million mobile phone users in the United States today. 5 billion around the world, and continuing to grow. Average phone bill in the United States is $71. 26 million iPhone users spending more than $100 a month, and if you're anything like me, I'm spending over $130 per month. In fact, I today was in the DFW airport making my connection, and when I was on one of the trams, I was standing next to one of the gentlemen who was wheeling a wheelchair for one of the passengers, and we started conversing, and I asked him a question. I said, do you have a phone? And he said, yes, with a kind of an odd look, why I'm asking this. And I said, well, how much do you pay? And he said, well, I pay, between $100 and $120 a month. And I said, who's your mobile service provider? He told me. I said, how would you like to get that for $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide? And Enrique, I just want to tell you hello. And thank you. And we got your email and your text. I'm glad you're watching tonight. That just happened a couple hours ago. And that happens all over the United States, and it's exciting to see what takes place. And the smile that was on his face after he heard about Solavei and what Solavei is. But we all carry this mobile phone. It's a part of what we do and how we do it every day. The fourth trend I saw was really a compilation of several different industries. I call it social sharing, but really it's a combination of different things. You look at today, Amazon, you look at Groupon, using affiliate marketing, referral marketing. You look at companies like Avon and companies of the like in the direct sales industry, $140+ billion industry today that uses a person-to-person type of marketing approach. But really, more than anything, what I saw in the fall of 2011 was really an industry that every single one of us are part of from the moment we're born, and that's the advertising industry. Because every day we're getting about 3,000 impressions, billboard, radio, television, the myriad of other advertisements we get on a daily basis. An industry that's over $140 billion industry today that is not seeing the same type of yield ROI that it has in decades past. Nielsen, one of the largest research firms in the world, came out with some research here in the last month that said 47% of people today trust mass media, radio, television, and print. But what really that's saying is 53% of people don't trust it. You realize that means that over $70 billion is wasted. Think about the Super Bowl commercials. 30 seconds, $4 million. How many of you went right out because you saw that advertisement and bought what you saw? Great entertainment, but did it really do the job that they wanted it to do? But yet, the same research report said this: 97% of people trust when somebody that they like, a relationship, shares with them something of value. That's probably how you today have the dentist you have, the person that cuts your hair, your favorite restaurants, because somebody that you knew that you trusted told you about them. Well, ultimately, it was the fall of 2011 that I saw these four trends converging, and it was in October of 2011 that everything that we've created as a company, I put on paper and had a vision for this company, a company that would ultimately positively impact millions of people's lives and would do what has never been done before. And here's what we did. We created the very first social commerce platform to be unveiled and actually be released inside of the market across this country. I was very fortunate to bring together some of the smartest, some of the most brilliant minds and most successful individuals from multi-billion-dollar industries and companies, executives with companies in the financial services industry, the technology sector, the telecommunications sector, all came together to deliver this vision to where we as a company would bring to the market what had never been done before. And for the very first time, bring this social commerce platform that would fully leverage the social graph. When I say social graph, that is all of those social networks that I've been mentioning all together, but ultimately using them to create mutually beneficial, recurring, person-to-person economic relationships. Founded this company on a mission. The mission is really twofold. One is to make commerce less expensive. The very things that you and I do every single day, the very things that Teresa is doing every day, and that Ron and Bob who's there with her every day, and everyone that's here, the things that we do every day, we want to make it cost less. If you go back to what Costco did, Brotman and Senegal, the founders of Costco, they took the collective buying power of millions of their members to drive down prices of bulk items, toilet paper, paper towels, detergents, and then pass along those savings to their members. We're doing the exact same thing, except taking it one step further. We're seeing the billions of dollars that's been spent in advertising. We said, you know what, let's make it profitable as well. Let's move those advertising dollars that's been spent to try to bring consumers into stores, and let's use those same dollars to reward the greatest advertising voice known to man today, which is people. It's you, it's me, it's everyone behind me. It's every one of you across the country. You are the greatest voice for moving something of great value, of great benefit, of great quality to someone that you know. We created a platform all built on a very sophisticated technology, very strong intellectual property that does four things. Number one, it enables our members to be able to consume, use goods and services that you're already using. Be able to use those very goods and services and get them at a better price. Number three, enable our members to be engaged in a social community very naturally, very easily, very simply. And number four, enable our members to actually earn income by doing what you do every single day when you like something, you just share it. Something of value, you share with your friends. Except here, we want to actually enable you to be the one who earns income for doing it. And what we did is we started first with mobile. And the reason why we started first with mobile is, you know, this right here is a DNA imprint of who we are. There's 300 million of them in the United States. Over 80% of the people in the United States spend more than $50 a month. Over 240 million people spending more than $50 a month. But what's so amazing about this device and why we've built our entire platform, and it's our entire conduit for actually creating this social commerce revolution, is number one, is it establishes an economic relationship, an economic conduit between Solavei and our members, because you're already spending, it's already part of your monthly budget. You're not having to go outside of your wallet for something that's a nice to have. This is something that is able to benefit you financially just by you saying yes to $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. But number two, and most importantly, is it creates a communication conduit. And why communication conduit is so important is this. As we continue to grow throughout the United States and around the world, no different than Amazon one day started with books. But it wasn't that they were a book company, they were a distribution company, because now today you can basically buy anything you want from Amazon, or eBay started with Beanie Babies and Pez dispensers. Today you can go buy your car or your boat or your tractor from eBay. They created an auction distribution system where they connected consumers. We have created a social commerce platform where we began with mobile because it creates those two things, economic and communication conduit, for us to then, as a company, take the collective buying power of millions of Solavei members across the United States to be able to bring the other things that are important in your life, from cable to retail to financial services. The very things you use every day, where our objective is to make it cost less and, more importantly, make it also profitable. And it was 2 months ago that we announced Solavei Retail, which will go live in June. And I have to tell you, every day, and there's going to be some really, really big announcements over the course of the next several weeks and months with the partners associated with Solavei Retail. Everyone from Starbucks to Burger King to Kohl's to Safeway to the places you're going getting your gasoline, your groceries, your primary goods and services, because you're a part of Solavei, and this is your relationship today with Solavei. It's us collectively driving the other things that you're buying every day down in price, more importantly, make it very profitable and rewarding. And that's the reason why we started with mobile first. And, you know, I'll let you spend time with those who invited you to see this social tonight, but just real quickly, you know, we have gone and really done what hasn't been done before. $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. But more importantly, it's what you get with it, from text to data to voice. But what no one else is enabling, no other mobile operator, no other mobile services company is doing, every time you're introducing and you're the voice of Solavei, you have an opportunity to benefit. For every 3 people, which we call a trio, that enrolls into Solavei, you're the one that gets benefited, $20 per month. Now, I don't know about you, but I was with AT&T for almost 20 years until I switched to Solavei. Now, something that's beautiful about mobile is people stick with it. And do you imagine if today you were the one who was at the very beginning of Facebook, and you were the first 50,000, first 100,000, first 200,000 people at Facebook, and you're directly being benefited because of all the growth and all the commerce that began happening inside of that network. That is where you are today with Solavei. And what we've done is we've done something incredibly, incredibly simple. We have combined social, we've combined social sharing, and we've combined mobile to redefine commerce as we know it. I basically say really taking distribution as we know it and turning it on its head, because it's outside of the way things are done today. We've taken a primary offering of $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. We had the largest mobile operators in the United States vigorously competing to be the network, the backbone for Solavei, and the platform for us to sit on top of that network. We chose T-Mobile, our incredible partner, 4G nationwide network across the United States, and then took all the social graph, the very places that you're already connected, the very places that you already have hundreds, some of you thousands of people that are connected to you through the social graph, to where we have taken our platform and brought it right between the two to where we're able to take all those connections you already naturally have, we're already woven together in those social networks, an incredible value, an incredible opportunity. And when you naturally share it, and we put the tools in your hands to make it easy for you to do that, and others begin enrolling in Solavei, you're the one that gets rewarded. That, in and of itself, is why this company has continued since the day it launched to grow by leaps and bounds, and there is not a moment of my day, and in fact, just before I walked in here tonight, I looked at my phone, I got an update on what's happening throughout the network all across the United States, and once again, utterly shocked. And I know what some of those individuals in Silicon Valley had to feel like as they watched the social networks that they were a part of grow, companies that they launched. Here's what's different. It's growing every day across the United States, and it's not just about clicking an accept button or saying follow me, and there's no commerce, there is no economic transfer. Everyone that's coming in here and everyone that every day is a part of Solavei and using Solavei as their mobile service provider is transferring an economic stimulus to another individual. Yeah. And that is the benefit, that is the power of Solavei and why it's growing. September 21st launched this company, and in just a short 6 months, over 150,000 members across the United States and growing every single day across this country. And I know just by what I see here in this room and how much explosive energy is here and throughout this area. It is incredible to see what's happening, but it's only just begun. And maybe just to use as an example, what was your name again? Brian. So Brian's here sitting behind me, and I met Brian just as I came in tonight. Is it Debbie? Debbie? Okay, so Brian and Debbie. I'm going to use you guys as an example, and I promise not to embarrass you. So, also, Ron, Bob, you're there, and I'm going to just use you guys as examples. You've never seen Solavei before, and one day, I happened to post on Facebook, one of the Solavei social graphics that says $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, share and earn, or free. Well, you take a look at it, and you say $49 free. Well, I've never seen Solavei. I've not seen a retail location. I've not seen a commercial on it. And my response to you is going to be you're not going to, because Solavei is doing something totally different. And here's what happened. In the fall of 2011, I saw that year, the mobile operators, AT&T, Verizon, and the others, collectively spent over $12 billion in advertising, sales, and marketing to get their brand out there and basically to take the 300 million mobile users that across this country and just get them back and forth from each other. I said, there's a better way. Why don't we take those same billions of dollars and put it in the form of $20 and $40 and $60 and $100+ a month in the hands of families across this country and give them an opportunity to be positively impacted because they're involved. In this case, I introduced Solavei to 6 of my friends, which we call 2 trios, going to get $40 a month. But here's where we took it even further. We built everything around the behavior of people today. And you think about the very networks that you're a part of, social networks. Why do you do it? Why are you a part of it? Well, it's engagement with friends, it's engagement with families, it's seeing what's going on. We've done that directly in the Solavei community, where our members are able to see everything that's happening in the Solavei community, how people are benefiting, how they're seeing positive impact because of what the money not is, but what it's able to do for them in their lives. Also to where you're able to go, just like Ryan and Caroline Lelf, who has hosted this incredible venue and incredible event tonight, they're able to go directly and because of the people that they introduced Solavei to, and now it's just grown into an incredible organization of thousands, they're able to see everything that's happening inside of their network and what people are saying. But here's where we've created addictive behavior, and I like to call this the positive addictive behavior. At the very beginning of Solavei, I remember saying to the team, I want this to be more addictive than Angry Birds. And how do you do that? Because Angry Birds is a lot of fun. My kids, I got 4 boys, they like Angry Birds, and I got to admit I've played it a couple times. And it does. It creates this almost this addictive behavior. And there's a lot of other games like that as well. Well, here's what happens here. Let's say that, Ron, let's say that you, 2 months ago, you got involved with Solavei because $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Also because you're associated with other people, other friends, a community. Well, you introduced it to maybe 6 friends as well because of that $49 a month. And you've not done anything since that time except just use your phone. But here's what's incredible. Those 6 people probably did just what you did. They shared it with other people. And this is where every single day we watch our members and we see the behavior of our members. Over 80% of those that come into Solavei on a daily basis and see what's happening in their network, how their network's growing. Why? Why is that addictive behavior good? Is because when you see your network growing, you're actually earning income as it grows. That is the power and the addiction of the dashboard that was created in Solavei. And also how we built things directly into the platform where all you've got to do, and let's say, Bob, that one of your friends' name was Amy Carney. And Amy Carney, someone you introduced Solavei to, she got involved and used it as her mobile service provider. You're sitting at lunch one day. Little notification comes up in the middle of your phone that says, Amy Carney just got free. What does that mean? Well, that means Amy, your friend, just introduced Solavei to 3 trios, 9 people, which means now she's got free mobile service. Well, you feel great about this because that's your friend that's got something of value. No different than when you tell a friend about a restaurant. They go to the restaurant, they come back to you and say, oh my gosh, that was the most incredible restaurant I've ever been at. It had the most incredible service. The ambiance was great. The food was super. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. That same behavior we've built directly in to create natural propagation of recognition, where all you've got to do now is hit that send congrats button in the middle of your phone. It launches a message directly into the Solavei feed. Where now you see in the Solavei community, congratulations, Amy, on getting free mobile service by having 3 trios. But it doesn't just launch it there. It's into Facebook. It's into Twitter. Where now you've got a host of hundreds, some of you thousands of people seeing this. Congratulations, Amy, for getting free mobile service, for getting 3 trios. What's the natural response that somebody has is, how did you get free mobile service and what are 3 trios? Well, this is where we make it incredibly easy, built this all in where all you've got to do is now go into what we call our outreach manager to now share Solavei with others. And the sharing Solavei with others, we put it right at the tip of your fingers where all you got to do is put in your friends' emails, click one of the incredibly well done professional social commercials and click share, and now your friends are able to see about Solavei by you just sharing with them a commercial or clicking one of the graphics and putting share on Facebook or share on Twitter, and then they will see the power of Solavei and what Solavei is doing. And then all built in to where you can now see every time somebody clicks on an email, every time somebody actually watches one of the video, you now able to see the response. You can engage. Again, tagline of our company is powered by relationships, where you yourself can engage and see that friend of yours go directly into, in this case, solavei.com/Ron or Bob or Debbie, and when they click on that, you're the one that's getting the credit. And if you think about in its simplest form, AT&T, Verizon, between the 2 of them, they have about 7,000 retail locations across the United States. Now, every day they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep all those things open. They've got people that's got to go in there. They've got advertisements they've got to do to drive people to it. And do you realize today that in just 6 months' time, we have over 150,000 individual distribution points across this country and growing every single day, where it's our Solavei members that are the brand. And the moment you go through the enrollment process, which happens in less than 6 minutes, you have an entire experience that's been created for you, all because one day you just decided to be with Solavei and get $49 a month unlimited mobile service. But because you're the one that's sharing Solavei with others, you're the one that gets rewarded for it. The moment our members come in to Solavei for the first time, it's an objective that I, along with the management team of this company, has of wrapping arms around our members. Because what we live for, breathe for every single day is to see our members successful. to see our members being able to see the dreams that they have in their life actually being realized. And for some, it may be just a little extra part-time income to where they can afford a date night during the course of the week. Others, it may be pay up for a mortgage payment. Whatever that is, our goal is to have you be a part of a community so different than the feeling that you're most likely have today with an AT&T, a Verizon, or Sprint, or the others that you're involved with. And so how do you get involved? You're going to get a Solavei SIM card, and how that Solavei SIM card is going to get in your hands is, well, if you enroll online, within a couple of days you're going to get a welcome package with all the information about Solavei, as well as a SIM card. And just like myself, when I took my iPhone 5 and took a SIM card out, all I had to do was put the Solavei SIM card in it, and immediately now pay only $49 a month. But like is now happening, over 76% of the members that are coming in every single day and activating is coming in because Solavei members across the country are carrying these SIM cards with them. And as somebody goes through the enrollment process, they can immediately activate them and immediately have them involved, activated with Solavei. But what I love more than anything is this little purple pay card, because it represents so much. Does anybody know what that is back there?
Yeah.
Our Bank of America, Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card is really where all this comes together. And every single month, we take and we deposit directly into your Solavei, what we call the purple pay card. You can use it to write a check on it. You can get money out of an ATM anywhere that Visa is accepted. But this is where all your earnings go every single month. And why this is so powerful is because we're creating our own economic engine to be able to continually, as this continues to grow, see us having the opportunity to drive more and more leverage into the social commerce environment to be able to bring more value to our members. The example I said a few moments ago with you, Bob, that you got involved 2 months ago, you shared it with a few friends. Since that time, you've done nothing except use your mobile phone. The difference here is those people probably started sharing with others. This is what's happened, going from 0 to over 150,000 without an ad, without a commercial, without big billboards. It's because it's been people. The network's naturally grown. And let's say you now have 80 people a part of your network. Well, every month you're getting $120, $130, $150 being deposited directly on your pay card. So you've got free mobile service, you've got extra money to buy groceries or whatever it may be. But more importantly, here's now where the next stage of Solavei, which you're going to see unveiled here in the next couple months in June, when we launch Solavei Retail across the United States. Now, the very places you're going getting your groceries, your gasoline, the places you're getting your primary goods and services, not only you're getting better value, but because of the scale of your network and those brands wanting Solavei members to come and shop with them, this is where dollars are going to be moved from advertisement into a percentage of every dollar going into Solavei, where 50 cents of every dollar we pay back to the members of Solavei through the compensation plan. A virtuous cycle has been created. Our Solavei members able to pay less, our Solavei members able to share more, our Solavei members able to earn more, our Solavei members able to spend more. This virtuous cycle gets created with more and more goods and services that Solavei brings to the market. So I love this part here because, you know, in fact, earlier as I was doing a live social with North Carolina State University student body, it brought me back to, we had a tremendous number of focus groups before we ever launched the company. Did it to a lot of universities across the United States, and I always loved asking this question. After I'd gone through this part of the presentation, this is before we were live, this is before we ever had 150,000+ people who were growing. And I was asked, you know, how many people do you think you can enroll in 60 days? First of all, I said, how many people would see yourself having Solavei as your mobile service provider versus who you're with? And almost every hand would go up. And I remember asking the question up in Washington, saying, you know, how many people do you think you could sign up in 60 days? Well, this one young lady raises her hand and says, everybody I know. Everybody I know carries a phone. Everybody I know, you know, would like to save money on their mobile phone. Everybody I know would like to make money from their phone. Well, this is how simple this is. If it happens to be 3 people in the next 60 days, we call it a trio. You're now getting paid $20 a month. So that $49 phone bill, unlimited, is now only $29 a month. If it happens to be 2 trios, 6 people, it's now $40 a month. So that $49 phone bill is now only costing you $9 a month. If it happens to be 3 trios, 9 people, it's now $60 a month. But here's where it gets exciting, because now it's free. But now this is where you see others doing what you did. All through the social commerce platform, all through the social graph, all through friends and family and relationships, the value being transferred to those that are closest to you, where 3 of those friends share it and now have a trio each themselves, you're now getting $90 a month. 6 of those friends share it and get a trio, you're now getting $120 a month. But that is where it just begins, but by no means is that where it stops. And, you know, rather than hearing it from me, I always love hearing it from those that have been seeing the great benefit of being a part of Solavei. So let's go back up. I'm hoping you can hear me, Teresa, up to Long Island, New York. Teresa, are you still there? Teresa? I see them. Okay. Ryan Lelf, are you here? Yeah. Come here. Ryan, come up here, if you don't mind. Ryan, where's your wife, Carolyn? Right. Carolyn, why don't you come over here as well? We got live. Oh, we got live. There's Teresa. If you don't mind, can you hear me, Teresa? Okay, Teresa, why don't you tell us what's happened to you, Teresa, since you've been involved with Solavei? Unmute yourself. Okay. By the way, you look really nice tonight.
Oh, thank you. My Solavei colors.
So, if you would, Teresa, tell us what's happened to you.
Okay, I stumbled upon Solavei. Can you turn that off? Unplug that one because it's back noise. I stumbled upon it because my daughter needed to save money. They were paying almost $400 a month. And she said, Mom, with your network throughout the country in real estate, can't you find us something? And I said, oh my goodness. And I remembered someone emailed me. And I said, there's no way that I'm going to get involved in anything like this. Okay? It's just like, but then I listened. And I looked at the video, and I saw I was part of our launch. And I realized that the Lord truly blessed me with Solavei and brought it to 3 of my friends, and now I have over 750 members.
Wow! Wow! That is awesome.
It's awesome, and we're changing people's lives and helping people save money so they can use that extra money on something else.
I love it. Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And thank all of you for being a part of this tonight and allowing us. Ron, Bob, definitely for letting me interact with you through the course of this night. Thank you all for getting together and being a part of that with Teresa tonight. It's been so good to be able to see you and have you involved with the social. Ryan, Carolyn, where's your wonderful wife? Why don't you step over here? You might need to scoot down. Why don't you tell us what's happened to you? It's an incredible, incredible story. Tell us what's happened to the 2 of you.
Yeah, we got introduced to Solavei by our best friends here in Tulsa about 3 months before launch. And in 5 minutes, he cast the vision, shared the opportunity. It made sense to us. I knew it, if nothing else, it was going to cut our bill in half. We were spending $200 a month for 2 iPhones with AT&T. And 3 days later, I got fired at my job, even though I'd been the top salesman for 2 years. And so we just decided to start contacting all of our friends, everybody we knew on Facebook, old classmates, everything we could possibly do. And the response was incredible. And 9 months later, 5,000 people have joined our network.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Anything to add to that?
This is the person really that makes it happen behind the scenes that you don't ever see, but we're a huge partnership.
That's incredible. Incredible. Now, do we have, I think we have as well, Michael in the light. Is Michael in the light here? Where are you? Michael in the light. If y'all mind just scooting over here real quickly. I've heard your story. It's incredible. So just why don't y'all scoot in here. just real quickly, and tell us what's happened to you.
Well, we found out from a friend of mine who lives in Nevada, and she called us when she found out, and she just told us that, you know, we'd be saving $60 right away from the beginning. So we're like, okay, we're on board. We didn't even have to listen to the whole thing. And after that, I mean, within 3 months, we were able to pay for our mortgage every month, and it's just been a huge blessing. So.
Yeah, we were able to turn our cell phones from a financial liability into a financial asset. I mean, it's a huge blessing. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you, guys. Isn't that incredible? Thank you guys so much. You know, there's so many stories. In fact, there's a couple that came in earlier tonight that I wanted to read just a couple of them because I thought they were so incredible. You know, here's Bill saying, the things I love most in life are God, family, friends, and being able to help people through Solavei. It happens every single day. Juan says, my bill with AT&T before Solavei was $364 per month. I now pay $49 per month, and my bill is paid now with my purple Solavei pay card. Thank you, Solavei. Carlos says, Solavei is now giving me the vehicle to now be financially independent. Thomas Malone said, who knew a few months ago that it'd be possible to retire from my job in corporate America for just switching and saving on my phone bill and helping others do the same. You got Jesse, favorite thing about Solavei, everything unlimited and free with an iPhone. Working the last show, I was on my phone continually. The person at the booth next to mine said, dude, you better chill so you don't get with overages. You're constantly calling, texting on that Facebook. My response was, well, luckily I found a phone company that is truly unlimited, and if you put a little effort into it, you can actually not have a phone bill too. He said, it's worth $120 per month to be on Verizon because wherever. I told him, I cover all of Central Florida every day doing sales and barely cross an issue, but it's also free. His mind was blown, laughing out loud. You know, we get them literally by the hundreds every single day of what this is doing for people. Everything from groceries to a date night to reuniting people through a vacation, all because one day somebody said yes to $49 a month. I think more importantly, yes to Solavei and be part of a social commerce revolution and something that's happening in a wave of movement across this country today. And you know what I always like to transition to is how do you get involved? And every person that's a part, the 150,000+ across the United States, always at the same place. And there's 3 things you'll always hear with us talk about. Number 1 is get in. Number 2, get social. And number 3, get free. The get in means enroll. $49 a month. There's not an enrollment fee. There's not a membership fee. It's $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Number 2 is get social. It's exactly what we're doing right now. We're social across the United States. Thousands of people in homes, in restaurants, in offices, wherever you are, we're social. We're doing this all together. Not just at venues like this, but just even social through the course of the day, sharing a video, sharing a graphic, getting social what you do. And I encourage you, if tonight you enroll, you want to go directly into the outreach manager, put in that first 5, 10, 15 friends, email addresses, click on one of the 1, 2, 3, 6-minute videos and send it out. And let that do the sharing and start the entire process. I mean, what an incredible story with Michael and Delight that you just heard. Do that so you get your first trio. That's the starting point. That's $20 a month. Now that $49 phone bill is only cost you $29. But moving on to the third part, you keep sharing. You keep being social. You keep being the voice of Solavei across the United States. And now you get 3 trios and your monthly mobile service is free. And this is where really I believe that it all starts. And again, you're at the very beginning. You know what was started 6 months ago, and I hear this all the time. Ryan, am I too late? Have I missed it? Let me just put it in perspective. 600,000 mobile phone users in Tulsa, Oklahoma alone, right where we are. Where we are. There's 1/3 of 1% right now just here in Tulsa that's a part of Solavei. You just begun. There's 300 million mobile phone users in this country today. We're at 150,000 plus. You have just begun with Solavei. But as we move to 1 million, as we move to tens of millions, they're going to come through our members that we have today, that come in tomorrow, that come in next month, that come in next year, and are part of a change in the way distribution is done. Bottom line, what we're doing has never been done before, and it is truly big. And I said this a lot before we ever launched the company, that this is going to have a viral effect that will impact millions of people. Well, it has definitely done that. It is growing like wildfire across the United States because of people like you who've been proud enough, who've embraced the vision of this company, and who share Solavei every single day. And I want to thank all of you for being a part of this tonight. And, you know, we're really excited about what's happening in various cities across the United States. A couple weeks ago, we were in Dallas, Texas for our very first Revolution Regional packed house of our members. And we're going to be doing it again in Orlando, Florida on April 26th, April 27th. We have members coming from all over the country that are going to be there taking part in it. The Floridians say, and I got to tell you, the Floridians say they're taking over and all the space that's there. We're going to have an incredible time. We've got top members from across the United States that have built member organizations and the thousands of people sharing their insights of what they've done to see that type of growth, as well as guest speakers, great recognition, and I'm going to unveil some more announcements about what's happened to Solavei and how our members of Solavei have put themselves in the best place I believe they could have ever placed themselves by being a part of this company. This week, we're as I said earlier, we have just begun. It's Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight, tomorrow Dallas, Texas, on Thursday night live from Houston, and then San Juan, Puerto Rico on Friday. This is a beautiful part. Is every one of you who tonight enroll with Solavei. All you got to do is tomorrow say, listen, there is something you've got to see tomorrow night at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. I guess it's 5 o'clock tomorrow, correct? 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night. You just got to see it. And you know what? This is going to happen again. It's going to be an incredible time. They're at the Texan Gaylord. I guess that's what it's called, Gaylord Texan. There in Dallas, Texas. And again, then on Thursday night in Houston and Friday night in San Juan. We'll be bringing this right to you, and I look so forward to being once again with all of you across the country. We're on a march to 1 million members, and you're a part of that. That march to 1 million members is gaining momentum every single day, and it's because you're social. And going back to what we talked about at the beginning of the social, where I'd asked you to tweet what is the favorite part about the Solavei socials, and let me read off a couple of them. So here's somebody that I have an idea who it is. Right now in Tulsa, favorite part is inviting new people to hear about Solavei. Got Stacy who says watching so many people come together in unity to birth something bigger than all of us together. Alex says Solavei socials creating thousandaires like me! Exclamation mark. Kim, meeting all the incredible people and getting the opportunity to know the executives. Grizz says, seeing all the lives that Solavei has made better. And the winners tonight of the shirts, we got Teddy Cavadas, who says, my favorite part of Solavei socials is that I love the excitement and energy that the socials create. It is fresh and new every time, so I tune in to watch. Zoe Grace, congratulations, says, my favorite part of the Solavei socials is seeing people excited about a brighter future. Solavei is giving people hope. And it's because of you that's happening. Thank all of you for being a part of this tonight. Again, Teresa, thank all of you for being a part of this tonight. Ryan and Carolyn Lelf, you are incredible leaders, and it's amazing to see. I know there's going to be a day we're going to see literally tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people a part of you guys' network, the way you operate. Thank you for pushing so hard to get us to come here to Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's no way we could deny for being a part of this. It's been an incredible night. And again, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, you as well as those that you know. Welcome to all of you who enrolled tonight in Solavei. And there's something you're going to hear a lot of. We happen to be a company, but you are Solavei. Have a good night, and God bless.
right, let's talk about a little bit about
Okay, guys.
what we're going to do here.